Following moments may contain explicit language.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh my God, here we are again. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the nearly world famous uncanceled culture. I am Porky.
The Louis.
Hey, everybody.
Yeah, he's ready.
Hey, I could say world renowned. I mean, we had Pakistan and we've had.
Do we have Africa yet?
I don't know. I mean, he's listened. I know.
He's okay.
But I don't know. It's not popping up on our
check.
thing.
I'll check it. But now we're still reporting from the Gulf of America, right?
Oh, I
That's
thought
all
didn't he change it already?
Did they?
I thought they said he changed it.
in
The
his mind.
only problem I have with him changing that name is like, you see how dirty that freaking water is?
Yeah,
Why would
and
you wanna-
you want to claim it?
Yeah, you want to claim
I would have
it?
left it as Gulf of Mexico.
Yes, that's what it makes sense to be called Gulf of Mexico, man.
That
Good
poopy
point.
water.
I never thought of that. Are we gonna change one of the lakes to Lake of Canada?
We're gonna have to. It's
Which
half,
one?
it's
Like the
half
Great
in
Lakes?
Canada, right?
Oh, the Erie? Is it Erie?
Is it Erie the one that goes?
Yeah,
think
you're
it's
really smart because I had no.
Yeah. I'd have been like Michigan,
Michigan,
Lake,
Ontario,
It's Ontario, Erie,
Erie,
dude.
Pennsylvania. I don't know.
I don't know what the other two are. But it's got
Well,
to be Ontario, then.
It don't matter because they're
It's
gonna
got to be
change-
Ontario. I think it's got to be Ontario. Well,
gotta
maybe
be.
it's both.
Well, no, Ontario, yes, but how many lakes are there?
5.
5 Great Lakes.
Ontario, Michigan, Erie.
Yeah.
Two more.
How many people on Mount Rushmore? Oh, we're not there yet.
Well, there's gonna be another one.
There's gonna be another
There's gonna be
one.
another one, man. Oh shit!
I don't believe that, dude.
You don't think it's gonna happen?
Superior
Yeah, Superior.
Ah,
That's right.
Superior.
and
Superior.
Horizon.
What?
Superior. No, Huron.
Deep-
Superior, Michigan, Erie, Ontario, and
You have your
Huron,
do you have your
or
glasses
something
on?
like that.
Is it?
Yeah, that's what it says here.
Horizon.
That's what my 8,894,000 search says.
Huron.
Huron.
Erie,
1,
Ontario,
2.
Superior,
Michigan,
Michigan, and maybe I'm just saying it wrong. Yeah, I am saying it wrong.
Yeah, okay.
Huron, yeah, Huron. Did they
Was
rename
like
that one?
Deepwater?
I don't remember that one.
Was it Deepwater Horizon? Like what?
I already forgot about Superior and freaking and Erie, man.
I mean,
You
the
got
only
those.
one we know is Michigan because it's in the back of Wrigley Field.
Exactly. We don't care about the other one.
Hey!
We don't care
The
about the other
wind's
one.
coming off of Lake Michigan.
Yep.
Oh my God! Well, I wanted to start off. It was not a story time, but it was just kind of funny because I started thinking about all this stuff that we used to think of as kids, or they used to tell us as kids, right? So this morning I'm driving, and I'm taking the kids to school, and all of a sudden, you know, we're driving on a 4-lane street. Basically, it's 4 lanes and a turning lane in the middle, right? So all of a sudden, I see this black cat just jet from one side of the street to the other. Bam! I'm like, holy crap! But then I started thinking, it was, you know how they say, right? Superstitions, well, don't walk under ladders. Don't, 7 years bad luck.
Mirror
if you break a mirror. So I started thinking, I was like, well, there's a car in front of me. So does that mean that I still get bad luck, or does the bad luck go to the person in the car?
The one in front of you.
Right,
Because they
the one in
literally
front of
crossed
me.
them.
Right. Because it didn't cross me, it crossed them. Yeah, but it still went in front of me.
Unless he paid it forward.
He's like, no, yeah, not you. Not you. The car
Not
behind
you.
you. The car behind you. But I was wondering, but it made me think, and it's funny because I was telling these guys too, as I was coming to the man cave.
To the cave.
Yeah,
Yeah, we gotta come up with a name for this.
Yeah.
But yes.
I was gonna say Uncanceled Culture Studios, but
There you
nah.
go. We could.
But yeah, I turned the corner to come down the street, and what do you know? Another fucking black cat goes right in front of me. I'm like, oh, okay, well there it is. It caught up. He did pay it forward then. It caught up to me.
There you go.
There.
Or what is it called? Fool you once, shame on you. Or how's it go?
Fool me once, shame on me.
Yeah.
Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me.
There he goes.
So the fucking cat came back and got me. But what I was also thinking about was like all the shit they used to tell us when we were kids, right? If there was a dog taking a shit,
Yeah, you'll get.
What was it?
You can't
you
look
get
at it. You
pink
get
eye.
pink eye.
Yeah, don't look at it. You get pink eye. Like all that shit. Like I started thinking about it. And I was like,
Can't point at a rainbow. You're not supposed to point at a rainbow. I don't know if y'all heard that
where
one.
did these things come from, man? It's just were they just trying to keep us like I mean, were they just trying to like
You can't swim after an hour
Yeah,
hour eating. You can't swim after an hour eating.
No, you can't go, so you have to wait.
Mm.
Yeah, there we are as kids sitting down all scared and shit. Did y'all remember any others? That's kind of why I wanted to bring it up because I know, I mean, obviously those are the obvious ones, right?
Stepping on a crack.
Yeah.
What's that?
You break your back.
Wasn't that a
Oh,
song?
no. I think the superstition was if you step on a crack, you break your mother's back.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
That's what Devo said. Didn't they?
I think that was in a J. Cole
Oh, was it?
rap. I don't know.
I thought it was Devo. My bad. But no, I mean, I was trying to think of other ones. I know that's the ones we always used to see. Like,
Splitting the pole
yeah, splitting the pole when you're walking.
when you're walking.
oh, like right, or for couples
Yeah,
or just anybody.
or if you're like with your group or whoever you're with,
No
your
split.
significant other, your couple, whatever,
Yeah.
you're supposed to walk and you don't split the pole.
Right, you're supposed to.
One
go
of y'all has
around,
to,
right,
yeah.
Oh, never mind. I was gonna say somebody used to do that, but I ain't gonna mention it.
No,
This
the
was a long
the kids
time
still,
ago.
So we're talking about what we, our back in the day superstitions, right?
That's the shit they used to tell us when we were kids.
But
yeah.
but the kids still do that. We're walking. Why do you split the pole? You're not supposed to split the pole. And I'm like, guys,
it's
if
not
there
real.
was, if I didn't have bad luck, I wouldn't have luck at all. So
Oh, an old wise man said that one
He's
time.
a very wise man. Said that.
there was also we said breaking a mirror, walking under a ladder, opening an umbrella inside.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that one.
Yeah. And then if you spilt the salt, you had to toss the salt over your right shoulder.
Left or right? Or I've
Wait.
been doing it wrong this whole time. That's why I ain't got
No
no luck.
wonder you.
I ain't got no fucking luck now. I thought it was your left shoulder.
Well, I don't know, because he threw it over his right, and then Seabass came over and was going to kick his
And
ass.
spitting his food.
Yes.
But they got free food.
They got
And
Seabass
snacks.
told you that?
So I don't know. When Harry told him over his right, he threw it over his right. So it hit Seabass. So that's bad luck because it hit Seabass. So you got to throw it over your left then.
Oh, see, and here when I Google it, it just says just throwing it over your shoulder. So
I guess it don't matter.
knocking on wood whenever. No, like what is it? Why would you knock on wood?
So you don't want it to happen?
Is that what it is?
I think it's because you
So,
don't
all
want
right,
it to happen.
knock on wood.
Cranky
but-
said that about 3 times the last episode. I think.
I think he did.
Yeah.
I don't know. They replay it. Let me see.
I know. Right?
I don't believe it. I don't believe it.
Finding a 4-leaf clover.
That's good.
Not
luck.
bad luck, but no. But that was a superstition, though.
Oh.
That, I'm just kind of naming off superstitions now.
Well, would they say like there was a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow?
At the end of the
Is that
rainbow.
but it's not a superstition.
But you're not supposed to point at it, though.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to
That's
point
what
at it.
Cranky said.
Picking up a penny.
Yes.
Heads up only.
What it says with tails sticking up or tails side
Oh,
up.
I thought it was.
Oh, I picked the one up today with heads.
There was one outside, and I just walked right past it.
What is she saying on Grease? I don't know
See
why.
a penny, pick it up. All day long, you'll have good luck.
Why do I know that?
Because it's Grease.
Because we watched Grease when we
It's
were
Grease, man.
That was like one of the few movies that you could watch.
But
and
think about it. Okay, she gets picked up, see a penny, pick it up. All day long, you'll have good luck. But then the dude gets hit in the head with the car door.
That's true. And that's why he can't drive.
That's why he can't drive. That's
And
why.
Vinny or
That's why John Travolta ends
John
up driving.
Travolta had to go in there.
A hickey from Kaniki.
Hickey from Kaniki.
Well, yeah, I just wanted to kind of bring that. What are any more? Couple more? They're all the ones.
There are a bunch of stupid ones.
All the white folks have theirs, probably.
The saying, what was it, Candyman
3 times.
Yeah. 3 times
in the mirror.
in the mirror.
Beetlejuice 3 times.
Yeah. Well, and then
Why
you
do
and
I
then you
hunt?
think of all the other ones that we had, the Donkey Lady, La
Oh, but those were
Llorona,
superstitions. Those were what were those?
Those
Remember?
were, I guess you'd say, urban legends.
urban
legends,
legends,
that's right.
folk tales.
Yeah. But I just thought it was funny, man. To all that shit that he said. Don't one little was, and of course, as we got older, well, for me, I remember saying it to other kids. You know, like, oh, well, don't look, dog's taking
Oh,
shit. Like,
dog, yeah.
he's taking
But
poop,
you know,
don't take.
because
You're supposed to spit, right, or something?
when you see a dog.
Like if you're seeing them
I
take a
thought you were
crap.
supposed, yeah, I thought you were supposed to go like this or something.
Oh,
like
I don't
that.
know. I heard you're supposed to spit. So. And you know what? To this day, sometimes I still like, I just spit. I don't know why. It's just a habit, bro.
You know,
Well-
but everything was just bad luck except for breaking the mirror. It was 7 years. bad
7
luck.
years,
Yeah,
man.
it was
like,
7 years.
Why 7 years?
I know. Why not 6?
5.
You can't, cause there's no 6-minute abs. It's 7.
Send it to my office.
You're fucking
Fucking
fired.
fired.
Placing a hat on a bed was another one.
Was it really?
Yeah.
Oh, for the women, it was don't put your purse on the floor.
Yeah, you don't
right?
put your purse on the floor.
Well, that's kind of like obvious because it's gonna get stolen.
Especially if you're. Oh, never mind.
If you're in Las Vegas, dude.
Oh yeah, if you're in
Only if
Vegas.
you're in Vegas, man. That's only for me.
You're not
So I
supposed to
don't
kill a
know.
ladybug.
Oh, and if
yes, I
they
remember
land
that
on
one.
you, right?
If they land on you,
on you,
it's
it's supposed to be
good,
good, good luck.
yeah.
I remember that one.
Yeah.
And what would we do as kids? We'd be like, oh, don't kill it. No,
Don't do it.
Let it fly. Nah, but anyway, yeah, I wanted to bring that up because that's just silly stuff that we used to do.
Yeah.
as kids.
Certain numbers were bad luck. Friday the 13th.
Well, there's still. I mean, that's like one of the biggest superstitions that goes on to this
Yeah,
day.
yeah. A lot
Because
of
there's not a
people do it.
13th floor in any building.
And you could probably get a good tattoo on those days too. Tattoo parlors always run real good deals on Friday the 13th. But anyway,
Anyways.
so just to kind of continue off last week, since we were talking about a certain person that got $2.8 million
Yeah.
from a certain restaurant. So I did get a comment about. They didn't post it anywhere. It was mentioned to me. So they said they stopped at Bill Miller's the other day and got a portion of green beans, and of course like we said, they put it in that plastic now, and they said that it was so hot that it deformed part of the
The plastic.
plastic. And I said, well,
So it was green beans.
green beans.
So the green beans were so hot that it deformed the plastic.
It deformed the plastic, and it made them think.
Okay, but did they spill it on themselves? Okay. So who was the freaking negligent one?
Oh yeah, maybe they thought about it. We're like, well, 2.8.
They're like 2.8,
million.
second-degree burns. Maybe.
Oh, but they were smart. They didn't do it.
Man, people are gonna start serving their food cold, man. Shit. I'll heat it up when you get home.
Can
Fuck
I get
it.
this warmed up? You don't have a microwave?
Here's the directions on how to reheat it.
Don't warm it up in the plastic.
It's just gonna give them the can of green beans. Here you go.
Yeah.
You open it when you get home.
Can we wrap it? Can we wrap it up? We'll just take it home. But yeah, anyway, that was a comment. Did we get any other comments?
No, I don't think we got any
No?
other comments. Other
Well-
than people are stupid, but
Well, just a quick shout out to everybody because, you know, when I look at, well, they don't have access to it. So when I look at, you know, how many plays and stuff that we get, it's kind of interesting to see. Like, Spotify at least tells you where you get listens from, and we've gotten from your cousin, right? In where was he at?
oh, my nephew.
Your nephew.
He's in Africa now, but when he was in Pakistan.
But before he was in Pakistan.
Yeah.
Apparently, we're getting somebody in Canada. Whoever's in Canada, we appreciate
you.
it. Thank you. It's 2%, so somebody's gonna be listening up there.
What's that about?
About?
This is about the spit. This is about the spit. Thank you, though. Thank you.
yeah. For real. Thank you. But yeah, anyway, so thank you, you guys, for listening. We're coming up on almost 3,000 plays, man.
Yep,
in 50. This is what 55?
Is it 50? I thought it was 53. I don't know.
I think it's either 54 or 55, man. So that's
lost
pretty
count.
good. Yeah, I know. 21, 22, whatever it takes. But no, thank you. Seriously, you guys for listening. And good night. We'll talk to y'all later. But no. But no, I mean, it's, I know we don't, I don't know. It's weird to think that we have that many plays, and it's weird to think that people are even listening. But if you are,
Yeah, because I know we have at least 100 because, I mean, I didn't listen 2,900 times.
yeah. I only play it 5 times a week. Okay.
I think I get through the episode within the week. Like, I'll start it and I
yeah.
just keep playing it, and I turn
I
it off.
have-
I only do it in the car. So.
I have to listen to it in the car when the
The
boys
kids aren't around?
or when Roxanne's not in there, right? That's when I'll listen to it because then and it's funny because I picked up Boston from school a couple of times and I had it on and I didn't think about it, and then I get in and Boston's like, "Daddy, that's you!" And I'm like, oh shit!
Yeah, I've done that. I picked up the kids. Oh, this is the podcast, and I'm like, yeah, we might not want to listen to that right there.
Put on the radio and turn it off right now.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, thank you again, appreciate it. So hope you guys keep listening.
And keep giving feedback.
Yeah, feedback
Share.
is cool. I mean, we only got one feedback so far, but
Like, share, post, whatever.
right,
We appreciate all
on
the
the TikTok.
We appreciate everything. We appreciate
Yeah.
the listens. We appreciate the feedback, the likes, the comments. Share whatever you can. We appreciate it, and we're gonna keep on going.
If we get to 3,000K, if we get to 3K, Cranky's gonna do something. I don't know what he's gonna do, but we'll figure it out. yeah, right. I think he said he was gonna buy us a growler.
Right.
I know. I'm still waiting on mine.
That's a sore subject there.
I know.
4 years in the making for that one, but
Thank you, COVID.
yeah. But so lots of stuff going on. What do you guys want to go to next? This obviously the biggest thing right now, and especially being in San Antonio, is the deportations.
Yeah, the DEI slash all the crazy that they're getting not only local law enforcement but federal military.
Even, Hot Wheels is up there getting the
National Guard
the
and-
National Guard, but he's also getting the troopers,
Yeah,
DPS troopers. He's
Yep.
sending them to the border. I'm like,
Yep.
dude, come on. So what do y'all guys like? I mean, honestly, what do you think about it?
About what?
About everything like going on, the deportations, everybody's freaking out. I mean, do we like it? Do we not like it?
It's not my fight, so,
Well, because we don't have to worry.
So-
right?
I kind of feel the same way, right? There's another one that's not here right now that's real passionate about it.
I know. Yeah.
And so she's been real, like, we're watching the news or we're watching TV and something comes up and she's very like, this is sad. I can't believe this. And, and I just told her, I said, I get it. I'd prefer you focus on what you can control.
yeah.
Focus on things that, like, if you allow that to just ruin your day, there's really not much you can do right now.
It's gonna be a long 4 years.
Yeah, I mean, if you could do anything, great. But if there's really nothing you can do, I wouldn't focus on it. I mean,
yeah.
she's like, pray about it. Okay, yeah, whatever you have to do. But what I'm saying is, if you consume yourself with that, then it's gonna affect a lot of other areas in your life, and you don't want to do that right now.
Right.
I don't tell her that all the time. I allow her to vent. But
Shut up, Louie!
but every once in a while, I'll be like, yeah, hey, did you see this on the, I try to change the subject.
Right.
But what doesn't help is all the things that have been coming out. One of the things that the one I sent y'all, that y'all had seen, the substitute teacher in Fort Worth.
Right.
Where,
Calling on his own
yeah, he
kids.
comments on a social media thing and says, hey, there was 78 or 95 or however many arrests and people, being deported. He's like, hey, you might want to come to my school because there's a bunch of them here that don't speak English.
I would have been like, you might want to become an actual teacher first. A fucking substitute, man. How many times a week are you at that
He was
school?
a substitute only?
That's what he was,
Really?
right? Substitute.
Dude, he was a
way.
substitute, bro.
He wasn't even there all the time.
No.
And now he got
He's
fired.
like, they have to use their translate on their phone to communicate with me. And I'm like, because they don't communicate with you. I bet you their teacher communicates with them just fine. But you, I can't communicate with them.
It's
Like
because they're making fun of you, dummy. They're talking about you.
they're saying eat
morning.
quickly. They're saying eat quickly.
Hey, pendejo. That means good morning.
That means
Good
good
morning,
morning, yeah.
pendejo.
Golly, dude. You know, you get like that one, and then
There was one in here in San Antonio, apparently.
Yeah, there was one here in San
That
Antonio,
made a
too.
comment on a TikTok
TikTok.
post, and they found out it was somebody in the SAISD.
Yeah, he had deleted it right away, but they already had snapshots from people.
Oh, you can't-
See, and that's the
it's not
thing
gonna
with
delete it,
social media.
man. Yeah,
People
they're gonna
people see
it.
that faster than you can think. Maybe that wasn't a good idea, and then you go back to delete it. It's already there, bro. Somebody's already seen it
Yeah.
and have taken a snapshot of it.
Oh yeah, yeah, all the time.
You know, we were talking about the guy last week, the Arizona thing. Well, bro, like the reason it gets out there is because this is like this is our freaking news, right?
Yeah.
We use TikToks, we use Facebook, we use all the things. Okay, you know, and of course, you know, we get emails and, you know, my essay and stuff. But social media is a big driver.
Right.
And so once you put it out there, somebody has seen it. It doesn't matter how long you think it was there. A minute, 2 minutes,
Yeah.
somebody saw it.
It's like they say about Snapchat. Like some of the kids are all like, "Oh, well, it disappears." No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't, because somebody took a snapshot
Not
of
only
it,
that.
took a screenshot of it.
Not only that, let me tell you, it doesn't. There was a. I'm big on true crime and stuff, right? So I watch a lot of the documentaries and I watch a lot of the A&E stuff. There was a guy who committed a crime and they were communicating through Snapchat, and they set this person up. Well, they thought everything's deleted. No, Snapchat still keeps a record of your stuff for, I don't know if it was 30 days or 60 days, whatever it is. So they were able to, what do you call that? Get a
warrant.
but you know, kind of subpoena
Yeah.
Snapchat, and they released the records, bro, and all the conversations there. I was like, it makes you think. Oh, it just disappears. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't.
It's like when you go to pay your traffic ticket or take defense driving. Oh, be off your record.
Yeah, no, it's not. No, because then the officer pulls you over. So I see you're a habitual speeder here.
I mean, the only thing I had to say about the deportation, whatever, is the irony of the protesting that we saw on
Down South Park Mall.
on the
Military
or
Road.
not even just here.
It was everywhere.
It was
Yeah,
in Dallas
it was-
too.
yeah,
The
it was
irony
everywhere. Yeah.
of how you're protesting for a country that you don't want to go back to.
That's a good point.
Now, here's
That's
my
a good point.
here's my question though, because I believe you had made a comment. You were like, bro, you're just putting yourself out there, like you're like, come pick me up, I'm right here.
Yes.
But I'm wondering, is it those, or is it maybe children or family members, or of course people, attention seekers, but is it people that they're not immigrants and they're just out there advocating for these
Oh, I
people?
see what
You know
you're
what I mean?
saying. Yeah.
That's what that part where I'm saying that's not your fight. That's not your fight. Why are you there? Just because you're Hispanic or Mexican? I'm Mexican too. I wasn't out there.
Yeah.
Because that's not my fight. You know.
You know, I know there's a lot of people that have family members, they have friends or acquaintances or whatever that are immigrants. Oh man, I was looking at, there was a report that at one of the schools, it was SAISD, that there was it was 300 at one school, but it might have been close to 1,000 or higher throughout the district of people taking their kids out of school.
Oh.
Who I guess were undocumented. And so they were like, dude, if this continues, they're going to have to, they were already shutting down schools at SAISD.
Right.
They're going to have to shut down more.
Yeah.
Because they're not going to have enough people now in the
They
classes.
didn't have attendance.
Yes.
Now.
Yeah.
It's even worse than.
And I was,
than
dude,
it
I
would
saw
be in
that. I
school.
saw that little stat on the news, and I was like, dude, that's crazy, bro.
And you think about, I was thinking about this too, because you know how you were talking about the 14th Amendment last time, but we're all my great grandparents were not from here.
Yeah.
They freaking, so I'm part of that ancestry that you
Yeah.
know, I'm an illegal documented or undocumented person. from my family tree. 'Cause
Yeah.
my great grandparents.
Yeah, my great grandparents too. Well,
know?
I mean,
Well,
they were from
anybody
Puerto
that-
Rico, but still.
I guess anybody that came after that, right? Because it would be your.
Because now you're like a third generation.
Yeah, because
American.
my grandfather, my actual grandfather, one of them was born in Gonzales.
Yeah.
So in Texas.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But like before him, like his dads before him, they weren't here. They weren't from
See,
here.
and
You know what I'm
and
saying?
what Trump is trying to take away is exactly that. So like, your grandfather wouldn't be, he would his birthright
Yeah,
would be taken away
because he
for
was-
being an American, and actually from there then it just goes down the line. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I think the one thing that got me was that you got so many people on edge, right? You got a lot of people that are freaking out, and you see the comments, you see the post, but there was a scare 2 days ago where they mentioned that a bus went to 2 elementary schools, not high schools, not middle schools, but 2 elementary schools, and went and picked up kids. An ICE bus picked up kids and were taking them away. And man, you had parents freaking out, calling the schools, showing up, trying. And of course, my first thought was, but are your kids undocumented? Like, why are you freaking out, right? And if they are, I get it.
Yeah.
But what I heard is that they're not. They can go into a school, they can go into a church, they can go into these areas, but technically they're supposed to have a warrant. So they're supposed to be looking for someone specifically. And if they come across anything else, then they're able to still address it. But I'm like, who's going to have a warrant for a 10-year-old? Unless you're the girl from Seguin that has a bag of Coke in your bag or in your desk. But
Which we'll get to.
Which we'll get to in a little
second,
bit.
Just a second.
But why would you have a warrant for a student? Now, could it be a warrant for a teacher? Maybe. And then they go in there and say, "Oh, are they undocumented?"
Right,
I don't know, right? I don't know how it works. But that post created a freaking scare
Yeah.
in the community, especially in this area, the southwest side, northwest side community.
course.
And people were freaking out. There was an article in my essay that said there was an ICE truck just sitting outside of one of the SIA's schools.
Ice or ice cream?
ICE. Maybe they had it confused. They just saw ICE. And they didn't read the cream part.
They heard they had the music.
Was it playing music? I mean, just people are so freaked out, man, and it's creating more tension than it needs to be. I know I'm rambling, but the thing is, what started the whole thing was they were gonna be arresting and deporting the criminals. That's where it was going to start. Now, they said, of course, they want to expand it afterwards, but that was going to be the main focus. And I saw that happening. I mean, I've seen it here,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
I've seen it happened in Chicago a lot. It happened in, I think it was New York. There was a lot of that going on. And I get that. I get that because how many times have you seen a bunch of these criminals where they finally create or do a crime, commit a crime that is so crazy.
Yeah.
And then you see their record. Well, they've been bonded out. They've been released a few times because they
Yeah.
had minor infractions. And I'm like, so I see why you're going after the criminals. And you know what? I'm okay. The one thing, though, is they can say, if you came illegally and were sent back and you get caught again, that's a crime. And so
Because
now you have to get sent
Now you're
back.
not
Even
supposed
though
to
you
be
didn't
here.
do anything, you didn't even have a speeding ticket or a jaywalking ticket. But that's a crime because you were here illegally. That's a crime. So they're going to have to send you back. So I think there's loopholes, and I think there's, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they're using that as though, like the way the officers like to use, oh, well, I stopped you because you're what would they use against me? Your license plate light.
Yeah, it's
It
like
was
that one, too.
out.
Oh.
So can I check your car? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, come on, bro. Like, so they're using those little things to
Yeah.
say, but let me now go further.
So actually, to expand on that, one of the family members that they travel back and forth from here to Eagle Pass because his son is over there with the baby mama, and so he's traveling back and forth, right? Because he picks up the son, comes home, keeps him here for a little bit, takes him back. Well, this last time, which was Monday, it was either Monday or Tuesday morning or night, he was taking him back And on the way back, they have checkpoints, obviously, because it's close to the border and all that. Well, they pull him over. They kind of pull him to the side and say, hey, you know, let me talk to you, whatever, like that. So he's talking to the guy, or, you know, he's not an officer. He's a...
How many points do you get in a touchdown?
He's a migra.
They're asking him questions.
So...
Say Walmart.
oh, say Jack in the Box.
that was a crazy video. Oh, yeah.
So he pulls him over, tells him, hey, and he's talking to him like that, right? So then the guy drops his flashlight into the car.
Oh, the officer.
The officer.
The agent.
The
The
custom,
agent, whoever it was.
Custom guy.
He drops it.
Yeah, he
quote
dropped.
unquote, air quotes.
He drops. So this is where it's funny, right? Because he drops it. He goes, oh, let me open your door so I can get it. And he's like, no. He's like, I'll get it for you. And he's like, oh, well, you got to keep your hands up, blah, 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 blah. And he goes, you know what? Pop your trunk. Like, what? So he went from trying to get his flashlight to,
Let's check your air pressure. Make sure you don't have anything in these tires. I mean,
So it freaked him out, right? But he stayed calm, and he just kind of like he didn't pull the whole well, call, let me see your supervisor, let me see. No, he just kind of stayed calm, and he's like, no, he goes like, you have no reason to come into my car. You have no. He played it cool, and finally they just kind of gave up. He gave him his flashlight back, and they said, you know what, go ahead, right? So he pulls, right, and he takes
they're like,
off.
this guy knows the law.
And he stops like right at the edge of the area, right?
Uh-huh.
He stops right at the edge of the area. Motherfucker gets out of the car, opens the trunk so they can look, and he closes it, and then he takes off. They're like, why did you do something like that, dude? Why?
Hey,
You were clear. Like they could have did anything to fuck him up, right?
So why did he open the trunk? Did he have
He-
something in it?
just to be
he
petty.
didn't.
It was
Yeah,
being
just-
petty.
Yeah, he was just being, you know
you want to see in my trunk? Here you go.
Kind of
From
giving
far
him,
away.
you know, the fuck you from down, you know.
Yeah.
But that was just funny, dude, because he went from. Oh,
I'm
let me
like,
get-
oh,
let me open my
pulled-
door, get my
I would have pulled him
flashlight.
over again. Be like, hey, you didn't make a complete stop, and you didn't pull over to the side of the road. That's an infraction there.
And so, I mean, it's hard for me. It's like, you know, I'm not gonna go Selena Gomez the way, you know, Cranky said.
I'm
You know,
not
because
getting that. I didn't get that
I'm not
reference.
gonna go. You didn't see the video?
The Selena Gomez one?
Yeah, where she's crying. That's what he's talking about.
Yeah, I sent you.
Did you send it?
I
Oh.
sent you one.
So-
but it was because it's a meme now.
Oh.
It's like a crying Jordan.
It's like the
now.
crying Jordan now?
They're,
Oh.
using, it,
Crying
they're using
Jordan.
it for everything.
Everything.
So, and I get that, right? And it's like, okay, I'm not gonna go that far, you know, because it kind of sucks the way it's happening. I saw it firsthand. I mean, I was telling these guys that it was Sunday morning, going down Gillette, and there was about 6. They had bulletproof vests, and it said ice on it. And they were stopped at a house. There was about 6 or 7 of them. So they were all heading towards the door. I'm like, holy shit. So that's what, and I mean, not necessarily like hitting home, like personally, like hitting home, but it was
But it's
just
right next door.
seeing that.
Yeah, it's right
but
there.
it was just seeing that, like, god damn, like this shit is real.
Well, and we were driving, me and Sabrina were driving back from somewhere, and we passed a vehicle that looked like a constable SUV. But when you're passing it, it says State of Texas, agents, whatever, and we knew what it was. And they're riding around too. They're not only just going to houses, they're riding around on the highways.
Yeah, I mean, I know, and I mean, I agree with Cranky. Like, that's not our fight. But there's a sense of like, these people were already here. Some of them fuck up, kill people. Yeah, that's bad. I know it's bad. But for the majority of them that are already here, I picked up fucking Wingstop right now and drove by. There was about 5 guys that were there working. And I'm like, yeah, they don't look like they belong here.
Yeah.
But they were working.
Yeah.
They
And
were-
you know, a
they
lot
were
of them
fucking in
pay
the
their
trench,
taxes.
You know, digging, you know.
A lot of them pay their taxes. A lot of them, like, do the jobs like we talked about that
Like,
other people
not
won't.
all of them get paid under the table. Come
Exactly.
on.
You're
not
right.
all of them, but
You're right.
still.
But
Yeah.
I think what their problem is that they get, you know, they start working, they get comfortable, and
Yes.
they forget about applying for citizenship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
Because
they think
They're
they-
okay.
Why?
Maybe
Like
they
why?
think they're a citizen already by doing all this stuff
Yeah.
because they're doing everything.
and maybe they don't have the right guidance. You're right. You know, you
And
never
it was
know.
like, exactly.
Yeah.
You know, so maybe I mean that's the first thing they should do when they come here is they start applying
Start
for
the
your
process.
citizenship.
Yeah.
You know, but maybe like
but
I
I
said,
get
it's, but I think what they, you know, the first thing that comes to their mind when they get here is they start working right away.
Yeah,
need a
I gotta
job.
make money.
I need a job.
Yeah, I
You
gotta
know?
make money. Yeah, of course. And you know, and I've dealt with a lot of people from Mexico, right? Especially in my job.
Your field.
Yeah, in my field. And a lot of these guys, bro, are supplying and providing for their family here that they've brought with them, and also family back home. So they're sending money constantly. And some of them are in the process, right? And a lot of them tell me too, it takes a long time. This process, no matter how much I've paid, it doesn't matter. Like they take forever
keep
to
going.
get through the process. So you know what? I'm pretty sure it's discouraging too. And they just say,
Correct.
hey man,
Yeah.
well, let me just continue what I'm doing and keep working.
Yeah.
And you're right. They just
There you
either
go.
forget about it or say, it's not worth the hassle.
That's true.
You know, it's not worth the hassle. Send me back. I'll come back.
We'll find a way.
You know what I mean? I'll figure out something.
Like Rudy from Born in East.
Yeah. I got a job for you.
Hey, oranges, gotta have them, gotta have them, gotta have them. But yeah, man.
Fernando Venezuela.
You're now, well, you had 34 wins last year. You had the... But yeah, man, it sucks, dude. And yeah, I know it's not a fight that you know. I won't say that we shouldn't be involved in, but it shouldn't bother us.
It shouldn't
But it's-
affect your everyday life.
Right. But nothing to where you know you go Selena Gomez and you know. Because it sucks. Yeah, I know it sucks, but it's like, what can we do? What can we do besides just keep going and living our lives? And it just, I don't know.
I think the one in Dallas pissed me off more. The protest in Dallas pissed me off more because there was a lot in Dallas and they were marching down the street and stuff like that. And I'm like, you can do this, but you can't band together.
To get Jerry Jones out of the
Exactly.
Get Jerry Jones out of office, man, to sell the team.
Or not go to a game. You can't band
Yeah.
together and not go to a game, you know, and protest the freaking Cowboys. Why can't you do that?
Okay, here's where I will battle you on that one. You know, we've been to games.
Yes.
It's more of the opposite team anyways.
Yeah, that's true too.
The opposing team has more fans than Dallas does when you go to the game.
Then let it, man. Let it so he can see that there's nobody supporting your team anymore.
Well,
it's the opposing team supporting them.
How many? And I mean, I don't know. I don't have numbers. Louis might know because he can look it up. But how many seats does that plane hold?
Right, it's 100,000, isn't it?
It's 100,000, close to
100,000?
100,000. How
think
many
so.
of those people do you think are season ticket holders?
It's got to be only the
More
ones,
than half?
You know, it's gotta-
75%? But the reason I'm saying that is because, yeah, they have their season tickets, but what do? They sell
They sell
them.
'em.
And that's why you have more of the other team there because that's what they're
Yeah.
doing. They're selling their tickets.
Well, I know when we went to Green Bay, we got it from a season ticket holder. Yeah.
So I mean, and they're keeping the. I don't know if are they just waiting until they start playing better and then they're gonna go to the games, or are they just gonna have them to keep selling them? Because they can sell them for 2-3 times more than what they
What do
normally
you
do.
go?
So
Exactly.
here's the crazy thing: the stadium can hold over 100,000 people. The record attendance for an NFL regular season game was 105. Right. At one point, the stadium was the world's largest dome stadium, but there's no confirmed information about season ticket holders at Jerry's World.
Really?
There is at in Buffalo. Buffalo in 2024 had 15,000 season ticket holders, but in 2015 they stopped selling season tickets to people outside of the state. So you had to be in New York to buy season tickets. So it's crazy that they don't have that information at Jerry's World.
I know.
They have it at other stadiums, but not that one.
Wow. Well, see, I mean, maybe that's it. Maybe he knows, or maybe they know that. Yeah, they might have a good amount of people that have season ticket holders, but they sell all their tickets.
Yeah.
Fuck the Cowboys anyway.
Yeah, I
Let's
know.
go Texans.
You know,
I won't go that far.
Hey, but they have,
I won't go that
but they
far.
have the info. But they have the info for Rangers. The Rangers have 41,000 season ticket holders.
How many? Well, see, but how many seats does the stadium hold? 50, 60?
Yeah, roughly.
That's a lot, man.
Yep.
That's a lot.
Yeah, you got more than half.
And I'm sure it went up after they won the World Series
Yeah,
too.
you got more than half of the people have season ticket holders. But you know what though? I have buddies in Dallas that I work with, and I always see their post. Hey, selling roll, whatever. They're doing that. So you're right. Just because they have the season tickets doesn't mean that they go to the game. They're always selling them.
Well, anyway, we went from immigration to season tickets. So.
Well, because I'm pissed off
because Dallas couldn't band together to freaking throw Jerry.
you know, to fucking protest Jerry, but they can protest, you know, we don't want to go back to where we came from.
Oh, jeez. Oh, God. So speaking of people, teams that blow,
or warrants for 10-year-olds. Okay.
So we were just told about a 11-year-old, 10-year-old, fifth grader in the Seguin Independent School District. That apparently, now what was it? It fell out.
No, another student found it in her desk.
What?
So the way the article said it is that a student saw it, picked it up.
Halle. We're talking about
it was
Halle. Sorry, I didn't.
Oh,
we're
yeah.
talking about Halle.
Well, picked up a bag that had white substance in it
Oh,
and immediately turned it into the teacher and said, hey, here, right? So when me and Sabrina were having this conversation, I was like, how crazy is it that this person knew exactly, this doesn't belong here. I know what this is.
They weren't curious.
Yeah.
They didn't stick their finger in it and think it was sugar or something. No, they just said, "Here, I think you should have it."
I think you should take a look at this. How do you know it wasn't planted by that kid?
Oh.
Maybe they're having beef.
Hold this for me.
Yeah. Or maybe they're having beef, or maybe she took her boyfriend. I don't know. They're fifth graders.
They're fifth graders,
Bro.
That's. Oh, you're in that range, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
But you know, you think about it. They tested it, and it was positive for cocaine. Wow. So now that little girl has a charge. She's officially been charged with possession, and she's in the juvenile there at Seguin.
But I mean, does she know?
I don't. That's the thing. So of course, I'm pretty sure more info is gonna come from it, right? But when me and Sabrina were talking about it, I was like, I bet you the parents are gonna just let her take the fall and say, she's young. She'll be okay later. You know what I mean?
Is she running Halle out of her house? Like what?
Or yayo?
Fuck.
We'll get to that in a little bit.
Thank you, Mr. Corliss. Carlos, my bad. But I mean, really, man. I mean, where are the parents? Like, why didn't they? I mean.
Hey, so the
I don't get it.
another person. You said another person found it, saw it.
It was another student, another little girl.
Did she smell it?
Okay. So now, hold on, bro. I have something on that. So you know how we thought Roger was stupid for.
No, we didn't think that. I mean, we know.
Okay, we know that.
Yeah.
But we kind of dismissed it like, bro, how can you smell it?
Smelled
Bro,
it.
I swear,
No.
on Monday, I knew what the guy was doing, right? I go into a bathroom. The bathroom has one toilet and one urinal. And there's no stall, it's just that, but the door locks. Oh, it has a lock.
Right.
The door doesn't lock. The dude opened the door, and I'm like, hey, bro, I'm in here, right? You're good. The fuck you mean I'm good? He walks in, another guy walks in, and another guy walks in. I'm like,
Oh shit.
bro, all right, let me stop. I'm not going to take a piss yet. I'm going to go ahead and wait. And all you hear is, that's all you hear, right? And I'm like, okay. So I knew what they were doing, right?
Not here, not in San Antonio.
Yeah. So I'm like, I knew what they were doing. But walking out, he walks by another guy and he goes, hey, you doing Halle? And I started laughing. I'm like, well, yeah, he saw three guys going to the bathroom. They know what the bathroom looks like. He goes, what? He goes, bro, I could smell it. I'm like, what the? Roger! Bro, so I shit you not. The dude walks by me and I'm like, I did smell that in the bathroom. You know what? I'm like, it's got to be like freaking whatever they cut it with, acetone or whatever it is that they use. I'm like, that's what they're smelling.
Oh shit.
Yeah, bro. But the guy, when he said it, bro, I was like, damn, man. Roger might have been right.
You're gonna have to agree
He
with
might have been
Roger,
right.
You're gonna have to agree with Roger
I'm
on
going to
that.
take this shot for Roger.
He might have been right this one time.
Once, just once. Roger was right once.
It threw me off.
Well, the other thing. So she's in jail.
So she's in juvenile, yeah.
right? She's
Yep.
in juvenile.
They haven't said anything about if they're getting her out or what the next step is, but
Her parents are probably at home like, oh no, she's good. She's good. Just let her stay there.
be like,
No,
we don't know where she got that from.
I have no idea.
And all you hear is the toilet flushing in the background.
Oh, she had diarrhea. She just, so we're talking about this, and then Cranky brings up an article from San Antonio Current, right?
Yeah.
San Antonio Current.
Yes.
Written by, should we say his name?
Michael.
Yeah, okay, we're paying tribute to him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're
We're giving
him
a
props.
shout out
We're
to
giving
him, man.
props.
We're giving a
Michael,
shout-
if you can hear us.
Michael Carlos,
Carlos.
who is a
He's a writer. Thank you, American University, for
Yeah.
producing Mr.
staff
Carlos.
writer with the San Antonio Current, graduate of American University in Washington, D.C.
Yes.
So, Cranky starts off, as before we start the show, he goes, who starts an article like this? So go ahead, Cranky. Go ahead and share what you saw. Not what you smelled, what you saw.
It kind of keeps you like entertained though, because you're like reading an article. Oh, let me see what
Like, holy shit, it's an 11-year-old, 10-year-old with
I don't
Halle.
know. So this guy starts his article off by saying, a Seguin Independent School District 5th grader was arrested Wednesday on allegations that they brought a bag of blow to school. Now, I don't know what professional reporter starts an article like that, but
Michael Carlos does.
Michael
That's
Carlos
who.
does.
kudos to him.
And then he goes on to say,
He goes on to finish the article. No, he didn't finish the article. It's towards the end of the article. It remains unclear where or how the child obtained the bag of yayo.
yeah, yo, all right, Tony Montana.
I know. So, maybe he was watching Scarface at the time he was writing the article. I don't know, man.
It's almost satirical. It's almost satire, dude, the way it sounds. But this is a real writer.
It's an article.
And we're not. What do you call it? We're not bashing him.
No,
definitely no,
We're
we're
giving
not.
him props, bro. Because I'm sure he kept his professors entertained during his college stint.
What if it was one of those things where like he's like, hey, I'm gonna use specific drug words. And I have to use 5 of them. So he got those 5 words and he threw them into the article.
Into the article.
Yayo. And
We were
Halle
just
and,
surprised he didn't use Halle. We were waiting for the
He wasn't-
Roger one there.
You were in San Antonio. You should have
You
used
should
Halle.
use Halle. They would have known what you were talking about, bro.
The other kid grabbed the Halle and gave it to the But kudos to you, Mr. Carlos. We salute you.
That's ballsy, man.
yeah.
Not as ballsy as the mom from Arizona, but
Hey, you did this to my son.
it was you.
No remorse. You're mean. You're a mean spirit, sir.
Dude, I'm over here. I'm so behind on videos that y'all been sending me.
Well, yeah. Hello, we sent you, Miss. Well, I'm rich and you're poor.
Yeah, Miss Wetback.
She wasn't wet back, but but you and I read the article. So this was in Los Angeles somewhere.
Had to be
I
out.
think it was Los Angeles. And this girl, she was the only reason she's popular because she was married to some dude.
She was married to a producer, a rap producer.
So what happened was she valeted her car, right? She parked in the valet, and she didn't get it. What do they call it? Where they?
She didn't get a ticket.
Well, she got a ticket, but
she didn't get it
validate-
validated.
Yeah, she didn't
Yes.
get it validated.
Yes.
So when she went back to pick up her car, they told her, "Well, I'm sorry, you didn't get it validated. It's $50." And
Yeah.
from that moment on, she
went on a tirade.
went on a fucking tirade, telling these guys that they're wetbacks and what are they doing here? Well, and the other reason
Y'all are
thing was-
rapists?
yeah, the other thing was didn't she say that somebody grabbed her butt or
Okay,
something like that?
so first of all, she says that they're rapists, they're wetbacks, and what Trump is doing, she's good with that, right? Keeps on and on and on. Then they're like, okay, but it's still $50, ma'am, and they're recording her, so she's getting pissed off that they're recording her. Shoves her phone in somebody's face.
Yep.
Then the other guy's still recording, and she slaps his phone off, right? And continues to go. Then she sends out a video that she's tired of the DMs and the comments because she feels attacked. And she's far from racist because she has Mexican friends. But she's not racist, and she was, and even her family lineage has some immigrants with
Wetbacks?
them.
It had
And,
wetbacks in it
yeah,
too?
and so she was wrong for saying what she said, but she was frustrated because the valet guy grabbed her ass, the attendant grabbed her ass when she walked out.
Right.
Even though she never complains about it.
Now that's backtracking.
Oh, it's okay. It's okay. I have black friends. Like,
And
y'all
exactly.
said, like y'all said.
Yeah, like it's crazy, right? When like when you use the N word and they're like, bro, you can't use that. Oh, I have black friends. Or
good.
I have, like in my case, I have black family. Right? My family's black. And so no, but it still does not give you the right to do certain things and say certain things. You know what I mean? And then she tops it off with, ma'am, it's still $50. Give me my change. And I'm rich and you're poor.
I'm rich and you're
I'm
poor.
like, well, I don't know, man, because Kato was rubbing elbows with Nicole Simpson.
Whoa.
She was rich and he was a waiter.
Whoa.
Cato or Goldman?
Oh, Goldman. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, Ron
Yeah,
Goldman.
that threw me for a loop.
Yeah,
I was
that's
like,
right. Kato was just a
wasn't
squatter.
he the
Yeah, she was a squatter.
squatter? He was a squatter.
He was a house guest that never left. He
You're
even
still
jokes
here?
about it, bro. He jokes about it. He's like, oh, don't give me a couch. I might not leave.
I guess I have to watch that now.
Yeah,
Thank
that's
you.
funny. But yeah, man, she's
Yeah, I read it a little bit more, and I saw that she was married to some dude, and I guess that gives her the right to do whatever she did because she's rich
Yeah.
and we're poor. And,
yeah, exactly. People nowadays, man. Oh no, they're all been around. So
What was the other thing? I was like, I believe she was 19. It was a 19-year-old health worker. That, see, this is why young kids are dumb. Maybe not all of them, right? But some of them are dumb. She recorded herself. She's a healthcare worker.
healthcare worker.
She's
okay.
taking care of this disabled guy. She proceeds to jump on top of the chair that the disabled guy is sitting on and basically like twerk, like hovering over his head. And she records this twice. Because one time he was sitting on the couch or a chair, and the other time when she was taking him a bath. And she jumped up on top of him, like standing over his head, and twerking and dancing and doing all this shit. And she recorded this. This is why. Why would you be so stupid to record it?
And she posted it
She had to have.
for
She got in
somebody
trouble.
for it to get leaked.
She got in trouble. Maybe she posted it and said, "Oh shit, maybe I shouldn't post it. Maybe I shouldn't post this." And by the time she tried to take it off, it was too late.
It's the same thing Selena Gomez did. She
Yeah.
posted it, she deleted it, but it was already too late.
Too late. But why record? Like, why would you be so dumb? Why?
Well, you just said she was 19.
Yeah, well, what are these kids thinking, man?
They're not.
They're not. That's the thing.
You can't even say she was thinking with the wrong head. Really, man. Anyway, that was one of the other things I wanted to bring up.
You know what? And
Stupid.
it's not the first one, man. I just literally saw something about I don't know if it was a healthcare worker, but it was somebody that was taking care of like an elderly and doing that. And I'm like, kind of goes back to the Medea family reunion where go reach into that and get me the drink that's all the way at the bottom, and and because they're out there twerking, so he's trying to get a show. So I'm like, that's crazy, man.
That Joe?
Yeah, it was Joe. Yeah, it was Joe. Medea's brother. Speaking of, man, I saw some celebrities yesterday. I swear I saw Medea, and I saw Hatchet Face from Crybaby on the same pool team that Sabrina was playing against.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
scary.
I've never seen Crybaby.
You've never,
Which cry,
bro,
with
the
Johnny-
1990 version?
with Johnny Depp?
Yes.
Yeah, I've never
I've
seen
never
that.
seen it either.
I swear I saw it at your house. Damn.
Whoa!
I've never seen it.
Y'all supposed to be watching Skinamax, bro. What we all watching? Why we all watching Crybaby?
Well, this girl, I don't know what her name is, but they call her Hatchet Face.
Hatchet face?
Yeah. They call her Hatchet Face because of her, well, the way she looks.
Oh.
And I swear I saw her yesterday there at the pool game, man. So
She's. Are you sure that wasn't Terrifier?
That's Terrifier, man. That
hey,
movie.
look, that's the way she looked in the movie.
Ah!
Yeah.
So that girl actually comes out in the movie?
She comes out in the movie.
Is that how she actually looks, or is that makeup?
Well, the way she actually looks is like that.
Okay, so no difference.
Dude, that's
Yeah, not too much of a difference.
that's scary.
So yeah.
Y'all seen that? Did I told y'all about Terrifier, didn't I? Didn't I tell y'all about Terrifier?
I've seen the movie. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, the first one, or 'cause there's like 3 of them.
Yeah, there's 3 of them.
But anyway,
I don't think I've seen any of those.
Yeah, you probably don't want to. I mean, it's
Were they worse than B porno movies?
no. I mean, it's so like gruesome.
Oh.
that it's funny.
It's supposed to be scary. It's supposed to be a
Yeah.
scary movie, but it's not. It's
Kind of like when
it's just gory.
Kind of
Yeah,
like since
really
we,
gory.
Since we talked about Pee Wee, kind of like when Pee Wee and Buffy the Vampire Slayer when they cut off his arm, and and the arm squirting freaking blood. Like it's
Yeah, no, that's worse than that.
worse than that. All right.
But it's like, and Cranky's right. It's supposed to be scary. It's supposed to be gruesome, but it's so scary and gruesome that it's almost comical. Dude.
Is it
It's
scary and gruesome comical, or is it
It's-
unrealistic comical?
almost unrealistic?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's some of the stuff that happens in that first movie, because like you think it's bad, right? Some of the stuff that he's already doing, and then he does that thing to the girl,
Mm-hmm.
and then I was like, holy shit, dude! He basically like saws her in half, like from
Her
hanging
torso?
hanging her upside down.
Oh yeah.
Oh, from the middle.
From the middle down.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen Terrifier out there, don't watch it. I
Don't
mean,
watch
and I'm saying that because it's not like there's other shit out there that's scarier than that,
Yeah.
But if you're into grotesque, gruesome movies, then yeah, Terrifier's for you.
Oh, I don't even know.
No?
I just got it because there was a coupon in my
Oh, you got it from QT.
QT. So there was a coupon. There was a coupon in there for $1 off.
Okay, is it coupon or coupon?
It's coupon.
See, I guess every once in a while I say coupon. right?
Coupon.
I say coupon.
Coupon.
And Sabrina's always like, it's not Q, it's cool.
Well, because it's
coupon.
It's like a coupe.
No, because that's how it's spelled. Yeah, coop.
COU.
No, it's not spelled C-U-P-I, like Cupid. It's not spelled
Well,
like that,
Cupid would be, yeah, I guess.
you know?
I don't know.
But yeah, so I gave him the thing, and he's trying to scan the barcode, and it won't scan. So he's like, I need another one. So I want to go get another one. I'm going to go scan the barcode. No, it's not working either. Can you give me another one? I said, all right. 3rd time's the charm. No, it's not working here. You can just have it.
Hey, you wear QT?
Which one?
Hey, I'm going to go over there right now. I need 2 of these.
Which one? So I
This
can
one
go-
right here. I'm going to go over there and say, I need 2 of these,
That's what
man.
it was. It was this one. That's what it was.
Just walk out with it. Oh, that other guy didn't pay for it, so I'm not gonna pay for mine.
I'm telling
either.
you, bro, it's like when I went to go get that beer, the 4 6s. Nobody's buying it. Here, you can have it. Like, all right, cool. Oh man. Well, I think I don't know if it's the last one or what, but the other thing that we had brought up was the Black Hawk and the airplane crash that
I'm
happened.
sure somebody likes to talk about Black Hawks. Somebody in Syracuse likes that.
Black Hawk down.
Oh no, Black Hawks. Like,
Oh man, sometimes I side with you, Roger, and sometimes I just think that's the funniest shit I've ever heard. These
I
guys.
mean, he's like from the hockey team. He likes the Black Hawks. You know.
He likes a chop.
He likes it.
He likes to chop. Speaking of chops,
You ran into him?
Netflix,
Oh.
American Primeval. Have you seen it?
I'm not sure.
I haven't seen it.
American Primeval. It's basically a story of like the Old West and the Western frontier.
Oh,
like,
I saw it pop up. Yes,
yeah,
and I haven't
but
seen it though.
with Brigham Young
Yes.
and the Indians and the cavalry and all that. It's actually pretty good. I think
Is it?
y'all might like it.
Like a history buff type thing.
It is, but I don't think it's
entertaining.
It's entertaining.
Okay.
I don't think it's historical as far as like.
And it's not
oh,
like
they
a
got these
documentary.
stories.
It's like
no. It's a movie.
entertaining. Okay.
It's
So-
a series.
Yeah, there's
Oh,
six.
it's a
There's
series.
six. There's six.
Okay.
There's only 6 episodes.
Oh, got it. Well,
But,
I gotta finish the OJ one, and then we get.
Well,
to
I was
that one.
doing because y'all told me to because y'all were talking about the Your Honor.
Oh yeah, you're
So
on.
I started watching that one, and like I said, I think I told y'all I was right at no I told somebody else, but I'm right at the part where he gives the boat to the dude,
Oh yeah.
and then the gangster dude catches him,
Yeah.
and that's where I stopped.
Okay. Yeah, it's getting good. It's getting good.
Yeah, I need to check it out. I need
Yeah.
to check it out. Anybody else out there have any suggestions? Let us know.
But yeah, no, I know. So the Black Hawk and the airplane.
Actually,
night.
it happened last night.
Yeah,
at
about-
8, about before 9.
It was
Well, it would have been before 8 our time then. 'Cause if
It was 9 their time. I thought it was around 10
no, it
their
was
time.
8:48.
Okay, their time.
Yeah, so it would have been 7:48.
Wow, I didn't think it was that
Our time.
late.
Yeah,
because
I
when
thought
I
that's
saw
what
it, it was 10:30.
I didn't see it till this morning, so
Well, I didn't know about it till this morning, but
Yeah,
that's when it
this
happened.
morning.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
because I was watching or I was at a pool game and then I looked up and it was on the TV, so
Yeah.
I started kind of like watching it and I saw the video.
Well, already, I've seen a lot of.
You seen the tweets
Yeah,
or the X
yeah, I've seen a lot of stuff come out already, and that just I don't know, man.
from the orange guy?
Well, him too.
He blamed already.
fucking-
He already blamed Biden.
I didn't hear him. I didn't hear
But
that.
it was him that fired all the.
That's what he was saying. Yeah.
No. it was-
So okay, so the air traffic controller. So look, I'll give you some facts here. The air traffic controller that he was in charge of both that last night, the helicopters
only
and the
one.
planes.
There was only
Yeah, it was
one.
only one guy, and usually they have 2 people, and so he was in charge of both. Now, what's being said is the airline, the American airline plane had the right of way. The Black Hawk was coming.
basically head on, right?
Well,
Wasn't it?
perpendicular
Like,
kind
head
of, and
Oh, you're right.
Yeah,
okay, I'm
and
looking
the-
at I'm thinking of the way it was. Yeah.
the air traffic controller is like, "Hey, do you see the plane?" Like instead of saying you're getting close, I need you to move, I need you to go, and helicopters can move.
Maneuver.
They can maneuver faster,
Faster.
turning or going up or going down, like something. And you look at the video, this thing never moves.
So he went straight toward
The airplane's lights were on. It was a clear night. Like it just doesn't make sense how it just went straight to it.
And shouldn't they get some sort of warning if there's
You would
something that's
think.
too close?
You would
I mean,
think.
we've seen enough movies to know.
Yeah.
You know,
Ding,
like
ding, ding. You
yeah,
start hearing shit,
Denzel
yeah.
Washington. You know.
Yeah. Well, even in the Lioness, man, it looks like they had some stuff like
It's
that.
enough to know that there should be some sort of warning system that would have gone out. And yes, it's a Black Hawk helicopter. It's built for.
Craig's always gonna laugh. every time
It's
you say
built for. I was
Um,
gonna say it's built for. It's built for Roger.
it. Texas built tough.
The Blackhawks are built for Roger. But I mean, you use them in war.
Yeah.
So why wasn't there any maneuvers? Why wasn't there any warning? Why isn't there? And Cranky brought up a point about it being dark, meaning that
Oh, it was blacked out.
it was blacked out. Like it
The-
had no
the
lights on
had
it.
the
no
copter,
lights
yeah.
or anything.
The helicopter, yeah. It was weird, bro. And then of course the plane. So after they collide, they crashed into the river. And so rescue efforts began right away, and then it became now recovery efforts.
Right.
So right now it's presumed there's no survivors. 67 people, 3 on the helicopter, 64 on the plane. They had already, the last I saw, which was this morning, they had recovered 27 people. One was from the helicopter, the other 26 from the plane.
That was this morning.
Yes,
Yeah,
and then
I saw
as of
that.
this afternoon, they had already given out 6 or 7 names that were on the plane. 2 were ice skaters with their families and the coaches. So,
Well,
16 years old, man, very sad, bro.
and I don't think it matters, but coming out, this plane, from what I
Came
heard,
from Wichita.
was coming from Wichita, and I think they still use propeller planes there, don't they? Because they don't have tarmacs.
It was an American.
It was an
Airlines.
American airline,
So
and
then
it
it
had
was a
it was a
regular
jet.
plane.
Yeah, it was a
a
jet.
It
jetliner.
was a
Okay.
commercial. Like it was a commercial plane.
Yeah.
Because I heard planes that usually came out of because they don't have tarmacs, because they don't have anywhere to, like, a walkway basically straight to the plane. Like you actually have to walk on.
Well, I've been on airline like jets that you have to get off
Yeah.
off of stairs.
Right.
But they still have jets. They're not propeller.
Yeah. Well, that's what I thought. I thought
Yeah.
maybe it was a
No, but it was an
a
airline
regular. It was a big old jet airliner. Anyway. But yeah, so the orange guy. We won't say nothing because Cranky, we won't-
We don't want them to get upset, get offended.
We'll move on.
It's not. It's just. I mean, I don't know, man.
But did you see what he said? Is the problem? It's
What did he
like
say?
he's blaming people. He's blaming, instead of like being presidential and figuring out what's going on or talking to his people first. He just tweeted, what the plane did this and the helicopter did that. It's very bad. It's a very bad situation. Motherfucker, go tell those people like sorry that your family lost their lives.
Condolences.
I saw a tweet like that. I don't know what y'all did. Y'all must have swiped right and missed it. I saw that tweet.
on my Tinder.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, that's like I say. Y'all see what
I know
y'all
his
wanna see.
initial.
Well, here we
okay,
go
so
on
the
here.
initial tweet, I didn't see that. I think he did come out with another one. I'm pretty sure that his presser
that's all he
told him
does.
like, "Hey, send something out, right?" but the initial tweet, which I wasn't against. I mean, I agreed. He was questioning the helicopter's role. Like, what was it doing? Why didn't it move? Why was there no communication? It literally just looks like it just goes head on, like it just goes straight at it. And when Sabrina saw it yesterday, she was like, "It looks weird. Like it looks like it was an attack. It doesn't look like it was an accident. It looks like it was on purpose." And I was like, "It does." I mean, you look at the video, it does. Again, you don't know if there was
Because they
controls that went bad. Like you don't know. And of course, there's going to be investigations coming out, but it just seemed odd the way it happened. You literally see a plane leaving, and that one's coming down, which is typically the case. One's leaving, one's coming down, and the helicopter's coming. I've never seen a military helicopter in an airspace that has commercial airlines.
Well,
I've never seen it. I'm
actually, just to your point, I was in Arizona when we were heading to California, and we were on a JetBlue, which are the smaller airlines, almost like a personal jet, but not really. They're a little bit bigger than that. So when we landed in Arizona, because people were getting off, it doubled as a Air Force base. So there were jets that were literally taking off while we were waiting there, like real jets, So I've seen that. I don't know about helicopters, but I have seen that in Arizona. I don't know what airport or whatever it was, but
But they're jets though, not helicopters.
no, right, jets, not helicopters.
I thought helicopters and planes were two different landing strips
Or
in a different
procedure
and
or-
different. I don't want to say airports because I don't know. I mean, helicopters are what flying pads, or I guess.
Helipads or
Helipads, whatever.
Yeah.
And I don't think you ever see a helipad in an airport unless it's a univac.
So okay, so I've seen them
For hospital.
I've seen them, but I've seen them. So like when you go to our airport, when you go down Wetmore,
Oh, yeah.
there's an area there for helicopters.
Well, those are all like the personal ones.
Yeah,
right?
I've seen the helicopters, and I've seen personal jets and planes. And then behind where you see all like the FedEx and all that,
Yeah.
there's another area for helicopters over there too. And I'm thinking those are commercial, okay? But I don't see them in the same area, and I just weird like to see them so close together, right? But here's some quotes from Mr. President himself. They shouldn't have been at the same height. You had a pilot problem from the standpoint of the helicopter. I mean, it was visual. It was very clear at night. There was some sort of an elevation issue that we have immediately begun investigating at the DOD, right? And then he says, they had asked him about the evidence and why he's coming out with these comments. He goes, because I have common sense. And unfortunately, a lot of people don't. We want brilliant people doing this. This is a major chess game at the highest level. You know, and then people push back. The Democrats, of course, push back. They're like, as families are grieving, Trump should be leading and not lying. We put safety first, drove down close calls, grew air traffic control, had 0 commercial airline crash fatalities out of millions of flights on our watch.
That's Buttigieg.
Right? And so he goes, it's one thing for internet pundits to spew off conspiracies. It's another for the president of the United States to throw out idle speculations. So, of course, it's going to go back and forth, but I mean, unless it's a national security
Has he ever
issue,
flown a plane?
Well, I'm just saying, unless it's a national security issue, you think it was an attack. To me, it looked like one, but this is our military helicopter, not another country's airline or air whatever.
Timothy McVeigh.
But I'm seeing this, and it's like, if you're going to come out to make a statement, then have something tangible, something relevant, something prepared, and not just be like, yeah, they were bad. They were bad. It was very clear.
It's very
like,
bad.
yeah, very bad. No, bro, just keep quiet until you have something to say that is going to be actually something beneficial.
So you would rather him be like Bush when the airplanes crashed into the World Trade Center.
Well, I'd rather hear from the
You'd rather him
airline.
just be like, when they tell you, hey, planes crashing. That's what you'd rather him do.
He was in the middle of a children's book, bro. You can't interrupt the children.
You don't want to startle the kids.
Yeah, you don't want to startle the kids. No, but I would have rather heard from the airline, the CEO that we heard from them.
They
I would have
talk to
rather heard
everybody.
from the military. I would have rather heard from the people that were involved and have actual facts than somebody just, to me, again, an attention seeker. I just feel like that.
I mean, yeah, I agree with that. I mean, yeah, you know, I see a little Jerry Jones in him. I see a little Jerry Jones in him.
Maybe they should both be on a helicopter together.
Flying down the Potomac.
God, why'd you take out Davis? You took the wrong one.
Oh my God. That's not the end of that. That's not the end of that.
Yeah, I mean, it just happened. So we're going to get, of course, more names come out, the people that were on there. We're going to get more information, hopefully. Hopefully we get more information than we did on that little submarine that went down to the Titanic. Because immediately we didn't hear anything anymore about it.
It's done.
You
they're
know?
dead.
And then
They're
there were
dead.
reports that pieces of the sub were being found. It was like, well, how? When it imploded, it literally disintegrated. No, there were pieces found. Well, and then now the story is not making the math ain't mathing now. So I hope that we hear more about this. Oh, you know what? Another example, the ship, the container that freaking hit the bridge.
Yeah, what's happening?
After a while, we haven't heard nothing. There were people trapped on there for weeks and a month or whatever, and then we didn't hear anything anymore. Like, what happened?
They fixed the bridge.
They fixed the
They-
bridge.
like, what happened with the ship?
That's true too.
You know, did
That's
Trump
one of-
deport
hey.
him? I mean, I don't know. Like, what happened?
That's one of those things where look over here.
Dude. Yeah.
The magic fingers.
You see this? Now you don't. Yeah.
Look at this hand while this hand's doing something else over here.
He's playing with his Black Hawk down there.
It's a game of chess, like he says. So
Chest.
it's a
It's a game
checkers,
of
just
chess?
chess. Yeah,
It's a
he's
game of
playing with
chess?
chess. He
He was playing with Stormy Daniels' chest. That's
Yeah,
what he was
exactly.
doing.
So, man. Hopefully we get more information.
So
and-
what was that y'all wanted to end on? We
and,
were talking
and I can
about-
report. And here's what you need to know. Hopefully we can get one of those later.
We should just start doing a bunch of parody shit, right?
For
Just
real,
putting it
dude.
on there, and it's like, oh, yeah, you heard it here first. Wait a minute,
Yeah.
things just changed. That
I
was
think
wrong.
our first thing we're
Sorry.
gonna report on is French fish.
We should report live.
We should
We're
report live.
at Fred's Fish on Pleasanton. No, wait, what is? Yeah, Pleasanton Road.
I thought this was what we were gonna end with, but I thought
Was
Cranky
it?
had
I
a.
thought it was something else.
No, was it something?
No, we were gonna end on the freaking on the blow.
Oh, that's right.
On the yayo.
On the yayo.
Oh, that was your producer's fault. I'm sorry. I premature ejaculated on that one. I'm sorry. Oh.
How much
yeah.
time we got?
Huh?
I mean, because I kind of like wanted a quick shot. And
Look at it.
And double
You got
down and double down on.
Unload, baby.
Yes,
Unload. Just
unload.
unload it. All over
Be
their
like the-
face.
Be like Nautica. What's her name?
Yes.
Ba-dum.
You did this to my son.
did this to my son.
And so last week we talked about the girl that got 2 point something million from, from Bill Miller's or stuff like that. And me and Porky were saying how if we were jurors,
Yeah, we would have never.
we would
there's
never
no way.
freaking give her 2 million. And it just goes to show that jurors, a lot of the shit I've been watching lately, jurors suck. Jurors suck, man, and it sucks that maybe a lot of people are in jail that are innocent.
That shouldn't be.
You know, because I'm watching. I mean, who knows how that jury worked? Who knows what? I'm sure like people like wanted to go back to work. Yeah, just give her the money. Fuck, I want to get out of here. I don't want to be in. I don't want. A lot of people are like that. They don't want to be in jury duty.
I told y'all
You know?
about that one girl. Yeah.
So, like I said, I was watching this one this new documentary with how it really happened, and it had the Michael Jackson thing on there. Yes, and Michael Jackson's caretaker went to on trial for manslaughter.
Yeah.
And the jury was 11-1
11 to
But
11
they
to
still,
1.
But they still.
because that 11 wanted to find the dude guilty of manslaughter.
Uh-huh.
The one person wanted to accuse somebody, wanted to put the guilt on somebody else. So they tried convincing that guy, no, we can't put that.
Yeah, because he's not on trial.
Exactly. That's what they told him. Okay, so then he changed it to somebody else. Okay, well, let's put the guilt on this person. And like, we can't because they're not on trial.
Yeah.
They're not the ones on trial.
Yeah.
He goes, why do you want to put these other people on trial? I mean, guilt on people.
Right.
He goes, because of the drug that Michael Jackson took that killed him. I forgot what it was called. He says, I don't want to make that drug look bad.
What?
That's why he didn't want to freaking,
Was he a doctor?
Yeah, that's.
that's why he didn't want to put guilt on that thing because it would make that drug look bad.
What? Yeah.
Okay.
Wasn't it fentanyl? Wasn't it?
No, it was something else.
It was something else. I know Sabrina knows you.
It was something to help you go to sleep.
Yes.
And it put him to sleep, all right.
No. He took a
woke up.
long nap.
Taking a long nap.
So then, if you go to, and then you go to the Menendez trial. The Menendez trial was split down the hung jury.
The hung jury, yeah,
was split down the middle.
Yeah.
All the men in that jury wanted to vote.
Guilty.
No, they wanted to vote murder, first degree murder.
First degree murder. Yeah.
And all the women wanted to vote manslaughter
Like it was
Because-
the parents' fault.
because
Well, they had-
their story got to
Right.
them.
Yeah. It
Right.
was sentimental, and
Right.
so it was a tearjerker, and it got to them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's
Yeah.
why it was a hung jury.
Yeah, I see it. Because when you talk about murder's premeditation.
Yeah.
They planned
There's
it.
intent.
There's a planning in it.
And they planned it.
Yeah. And but they're seeing it as well. Their parents were mean.
Yes.
And they, mistreated them. So maybe it was just rage. Like they just came out and they were just, they just had a shit ton of shotguns and
Well,
shells.
see, and this is why it's very important when lawyers are picking a jury.
But each lawyer picks six
No,
of their
yes,
six jurors each.
But you think
You
about
know?
it. So when you think about when we were watching the OJ one that we're talking about, they had 8 black women,
Yes.
right? And so each side had their own reasoning for that, because the prosecution was like, look, Marsha Clark has had very good success with black women jurors coming down and getting guilty verdicts
Right.
on black defendants. And on the defense side, they were like, well, yeah, he didn't have a lot of black, I guess, following, because he left his black wife for a white woman. He lived in a white neighborhood. He lived in a white neighborhood. He wasn't so much Sean Elliott, but he was still whiter than most, right? He was an actor. He was very nice. Like he was a person that got along with everybody, right? Yeah. And a lot of times when you heard him talk and you see some of the snips, right? He's talking about like, hey man, I'm not a race person. I'm an American race person. I love everybody and I like everybody. So everybody had their angle going with that. And guess what? It worked in his favor. You know what I mean? I mean, even to the point where the prosecution decided to bring on their black attorney, right? They brought in Darden because they were like, well, hold on, man. There's a lot of darkness on one side and not on our side. So they had to even the score. But this is why it's very important. And you're right. I thought about what you said. You were like, there's a lot of people that really don't want to serve on there, right?
Never.
So if you think about saying, hey, why don't we just get people that want to serve? I think you're going to get a bunch of just older people that have nothing else better to do, and they're going to have their older mentality and older ways set. Yeah. And I think it's going to be worse off. I think you have to have that diversity. You have to have that mixture.
Because that person is not going to fit for one side. So they're going to excuse them right away.
But at the same time, you also got jurors that go in there with the mentality like, oh, I already know this because they hear what the case is about. Yeah. Fuck that dude.
Yeah,
haven't heard nothing about.
They're gonna be like in My Cousin Vinny, hang them.
Hang them. So the jurors in the OJ case, I think they went in with that mentality, like, because if you look at the documentary, they're going off of what happened to Rodney King.
Which was very recent.
Right.
Yes.
Right. It just happened.
And they're going off of what happened to that there was a story of a little black teenager girl that went inside a convenience store owned by an Asian woman, and the Asian woman stereotyped her, and she freaking shot her in the store and killed her. The Asian woman didn't get nothing; she got off.
Yeah.
And the black girl didn't even do nothing. She didn't do nothing, and they went off that too. So they went in with the mentality like, you know what, we're gonna get y'all back for what y'all did to you know, because when Rodney King got off, when those people got off from Rodney King, man, that's when the riots happened in freaking. And they were bad riots, dude.
Yeah. Speaking of the Asian, people that have those shops, they were protecting their shops with guns.
Yes.
During those riots.
Oh, yeah. But this was a 14-year-old black girl, dude.
She
had no freaking, she didn't have no
bad intentions or, there was no threat. She was no threat. But you think about it, when the prosecution, I don't know what they were thinking, when they were thinking, oh, well, Marsha Clark, she's had a lot of success with this. Like you mentioned, the Rodney King thing had just happened. The little girl had just happened. And when you saw the people that were outside, you had the black community very, very involved. And they were there. I mean, bro, they were there the whole time. Yep. From the time they started selecting the jury. And you know how long it took to select the jury? How long does it usually take?
Couple days?
A week?
Yeah.
6 months. It took them 6 months. There was 250 people interviewed for that jury.
Wow.
It took them 6 months. And for them to select what they selected after seeing what they saw outside, bro, I would have never gone that route. I would have gone for white women. I would have gone for maybe elderly men, right? And probably white men. So you would have had a diverse jury. But for them to go the route they did, no pun intended, but they shot themselves in the foot, bro. So, they hung themselves on that one, man. That was poor decision. So, and when you look at the documentary, and of course I know Porky hasn't seen it, but the damning evidence that is when you look at the entire first episode. There's 3 episodes, right? 3? 4. Well, you see the whole first episode. Bro, I don't know how you didn't find him guilty. With all that evidence.
Dude, there was so much evidence,
Bro,
man.
hey, in the first 15 minutes, I was like, he's guilty.
Yes.
He's guilty.
Me too.
He did it. He did it.
Yeah.
It wasn't me. It wasn't one arm. Oh, it was him. It was him.
Didn't they say that it was a comedy of capers, a comedy of errors that the police were doing with, and that's why
But
you know.
when you see his defense team, he's got like 20 people on his team, and they had some lawyers that were very smart because they were like, "Oh, I see all the evidence. See all the evidence. Now let's see how we can flip it."
Yeah.
And they were flipping it, bro. Matter of fact, Johnny Cochran wasn't even on his team at first.
Was it Kardashian?
Well, no. So he was his original lawyer.
Kardashian didn't even. I don't even think Kardashian defended him.
No, he didn't. He was his original lawyer.
Yeah.
When the trial was about to start, or the selections were about to start, he switched to Shapiro.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then Shapiro brought on the other guy, the one that was gay, I think, the bigger dude. And then they brought on Johnny Cochran. And then they brought on the other black guy.
Yeah.
And then next thing you know, they had a team. It was 20
Really?
people. One of the attorneys on the episode, he's saying, I've never seen anything like this because they had a round table. He goes, and OJ, and everything he did, it was sports related. Right? That was his mentality. Yeah. He goes, I wasn't a smart guy. He goes, but I was smart enough to hire the smartest people for me. And he told them, you're the quarterback. Y'all are the running backs. Y'all are the line. Like, y'all are the ones that are going to. And he delegated everything. Yeah. And they did it perfect. And the guy even said, he goes, bro, Johnny Cochran said, there's a lot of evidence here. A lot of evidence. So but let's see how you can turn it around.
So what did they, well, I guess I'll watch.
But at the same time, when you have a jury that's already got the mentality like, this is one of ours.
Yes.
We're going to protect them.
Yeah.
You don't need that much. You don't need the defense doesn't need to do much.
The glove don't fit.
You must have quit.
No?
Yeah. Yep. Man, I got to check it out.
It's like if you ever seen A Time to Kill, man.
Oh, yeah, bro.
They were already wanted.
He was guilty.
He was guilty.
Until the closing.
Until the closing
So
argument.
Matthew McConaughey knocked it out of the park, baby.
Yep.
Close your eyes.
Close your eyes and imagine.
And now imagine she's white.
Yep.
Yeah, I love that movie.
That's a badass movie,
Yeah, I love that movie. I can watch that movie.
I mean,
all the time.
I agree, bro. Like, I know how many times I've been to jury duty where, I've only been selected once, but still.
Because you're Mexican. No, you're not Mexican.
Because when you're sitting there and you see all the people, when they first announce, hey, if you have any reason not to, the whole crowd freaking jumps up and they run to the booth. Yeah. You know what I mean? I'm like, people don't want to be there.
Yeah, no, they don't.
And then when they're selected, I mean, you've seen there was another, I forgot what it was. There was another show on Netflix where they're selecting jury and this person's like, I don't want to be there. I can't. Oh, it was the one that you told me about. The guy that ends up, the one that hit the girl, and then he's on the jury for the guy.
Oh, yeah, the one that Clint Eastwood.
Yeah, so
just freaking.
There's one lady on there that's saying like, man, I can't be here. I have this to go. Well, you'll be out of here by 5. Or even him. Yeah. You'll be out of here by 5. You'll be fine. So they kind of force him to stay.
Right.
He doesn't want to be on there. But then you think about it, dude. He's invested in this. How many people are invested in this? They've seen somebody do that. They've had family members that went through that. They know an officer that did that. Like, it's just crazy that these are the people these are the jury of your peers.
Yes.
That's crazy.
This is Cranky's favorite word.
Yep.
Yeah, man. I was on one too, and the second or third group, it was a girl, it was a woman, and she's like, I just don't want to do it. Just basically what she said. And the judge was like, well, you still got to ask questions, blah blah blah. And then both of the attorneys just looked at each other and said, nope, get her out of here, nope. So they put the X on that chick. But yeah, man, it's. How many people have not gotten a fair shake in this country because of that?
Well, shoot, we were going to talk about that, and we probably still will at one point. But we were going to talk about remember like the girls from here. What is not Fat Five or what were they? The 4 girls or whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, we were talking about the the documentaries that we saw, that I Am a Killer, the ones from San Antonio.
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot of things that we see, and it's like, bro, a lot of this shouldn't have. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure we'll get to that
and
at
I
one
saw
point.
those just to finish off on that. I saw the hood one, and I saw the other one too, and I'm like, holy shit, dude! I thought they were gonna kill that girl in the bathroom.
I thought so too.
I thought
I
she
thought
was
so,
done.
too.
Because when they didn't say anything about her, I'm like, oh, they're gonna say that they found her too without a head or some shit like that, man. I mean, that's and how the mom says that she's still affected. I don't know when this came out. It's been a couple of years, I guess, but it happened.
Well, that one just came out this year.
Yeah, that
so
that
that
season.
just came out. Okay,
But
So-
that crime happened in 14.
2014.
So even since then, she says that she's still like affected by
And
it.
there's another one in there that's from San Antonio too that I just saw. They just reminded me about that one, so I saw that one too.
Really? In that
Yeah.
one?
Not in that season, in another season.
Oh, okay.
But there's another one from San Antonio.
Damn, what do we got going on here?
I know, shit. We're down the water over here.
Well, we had a DA.
Hey, that's why the hood got in.
Yeah. We had
Holy
a hood guy.
Crazy. So we're gonna end on the. No, I'm just kidding.
On that quick shot?
The blow.
On the blow? No, we already did that one.
Yeah, I know.
We already did
And
that one.
I said it was my fault. I'm sorry. I premature ejaculation on that one. Pulled the trigger too fast. So that's it, man. I mean, what it was. You guys got anything
Well,
else?
we were gonna call somebody today, but
Oh, damn. John. Okay, look. In all honesty, John,
Your producer is fucking up.
so we were for real legitimately going to call you today. And then somebody forgot some connections or whatever. And we couldn't make the
I
device
got
work.
the headphones, right?
Yes.
I ordered the headphones. I kind of did it the way Congress does their bills, right? Like there's a big major bill, like we need to push this through, and then I said, let me push this through. So this is what I did, like on Amazon. I was like, we need this, and then I just kind of stuffed the headphones in there. Right? So I ordered them, right, and they got here. I'm like, fuck yeah, we're gonna call John. It's gonna be awesome.
We're
We'll
finally get him
we'll
on.
call Roger too. If we have
Yeah,
to,
we'll
right?
call my cousin.
And
Whatever we gotta do.
We're gonna put Roger on before John.
Yeah.
But I get here and guess what? No fucking headphones. And why the headphones? Because if we don't have the headphones, they won't be able to hear you.
Yes. And we
And-
all
and-
want to
and-
hear
and
you.
We only have 2 headphones, so somebody wouldn't be able to hear, and it wouldn't be fair. So. So anyway, we got Roger scheduled next week. Before
But John, we'll get to you soon, sir. Thank you for listening. To all his fans,
Yeah, his fans, right?
his
Yeah.
fans, he'll be on soon.
Hey, John, they talked about you last week. Nah. Well, eventually, it's gonna happen. It's
Yeah.
gonna happen. So yeah, man. Thank you, Canada.
Yeah.
Thank you, India.
Pakistan, Africa.
Thank you, disillusionment. Oh, that's Alanis Morissette. Never mind. Yeah, man. Anything else?
Get us to 3,000.
Yeah, we're there, man.
Frank, you gonna do
We're
something?
almost there. I don't know what he's gonna do. We're gonna figure something out.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's it. Nothing. I know.
That's it.
All right. Thanks for listening. Talk to you guys later.
Peace.